I couldn't record anything in the morning because I have to go to the hospital. I had an appointment. It was not an emergency. I had to go to the hospital to get the medicine for my psoriasis. Uh, it This is soon end of July. It is the 29, July 29, 2022, and I live in Sweden, and my name is Eva Virginius. I go with my electric mobile scooter to the hospital. I can make it to the hospital and go there when it's nice weather, or else I have a taxi for free to take. But I prefer to be on my scooter. So I had to go there, be to the nurse that should give me the injection for. I have Stellara, if you know. Maybe some of you have this medicine. It's very expensive, this kind of medicines. And my medicine, it cost about in dollar, US dollar, is it $3,500 for this medicine. And as I have a double dose of the medicine, is it a higher price than $3,500. I don't know, maybe $45,000, and I get that every third month. So that's much money in 1 year. And I have talked about this before, but I tell you a little about it this episode also, and then we will see if there is a spirits coming through, or it's not gonna be more than an ordinary episode. It was 2015, and I come back from United States, being homeless in United States. I come back to Sweden in May 2004, and I started, when I come back to Sweden, it's like psychology. It's when is your body is very bad, you're ill in your body, but I have to go forward and survive only. Then I ignore what was going on in my body, and I come back to Sweden and have post-traumatic syndrome of everything I have been going through. It's not that I knew God and I was thinking, okay, God will help me in all situations. I learned that God come and help me, or when I say God, it's this with the heaven, all those hosts that people is saying, people that don't understand. They say it's demons or it's ghost that is coming, but I know they are coming from God, and they are nice spirits that is coming is not negative, and they help me out from all kind of situations. But in that situation when I was in, had a gun on my head and a knife on my throat, in that situation was I scared to death. I was very scared about it. It was not like I was thinking, okay, God will fix it. It is not like that. The reaction is a human reaction that we are. It's in our nature, because it's not only bad to feel this stress and scared to be dead, be killed. It's not only that is negative, but there is a positive thing in it, because you learn to think in the way that you need to escape and try to find a solution of the problem to could run away from it. So that's the positive. That's why we have got it in the nature to could help us ourselves by running away or thinking to say something or act in a way that we can go away from the situation. So that's a positive thing. And so I was in, it was not only that I have weapon on me and I was kidnapped and I was on my way to be pushed down in a river once, and I was like locked in a house and couldn't come out from it. Those things that built up to be a post-traumatic syndrome, but I didn't felt it when I lived in United States, because my brain was into only to survive. So I didn't think about a situation around it. It was, the main thing was to survive and hope that it will be a solution for me that end all this suffering and pain I had in United States when I didn't had anyone and any person that could help me. And it's still today I am on my own. I don't have any help of any human. No one helped me. And so it have been in 22 years since that evening when God come and decided that I should walk under him, and I was educated about what is going on, that people don't understand this, that there is so many spirits in our life, but people deny them and say they are demons, and they learn from the devil to think in negative way, that it's demons, is evil things. So we pray to against it, and we don't want to listen, and we don't want to talk to it, and everything is negative. So they have taught me in another way that they can talk to me today. I was also scared in the beginning when I had visitor that coming. I had some in the United States coming, and talk to me. I remember in one homeless shelter there was a black angel was coming to me, and he talked to me about something that I don't remember. But I wrote it down on a paper what he had said to me, and I wish I could have that paper. But Richard, my boyfriend there in the United States, he was so much in drugs and drinking, and so he took away that. I had that paper in a suitcase, and he maybe wanted to see if he find some money to buy drugs for. So that suitcase disappeared. He took it away. So I never find that paper, and I it's very sad, and I feel it's a spirit coming through, and I hope it's that spirit that come. It was about 2002 that spirit come, and he was very black. He was almost true black. He was very dark brown, and he sit down and he talked to me, and so I know there is not only white angels, there is also other color of the skin of the angels, because he was a real angel, and he was saying important things to me, and I wrote it up because I remember what he was saying when I wake up in the morning, but it disappeared, and I wish he could come back and tell me what he was saying to me. Maybe he will come. No, maybe not this evening. I hope he come, and maybe it's something I already know now today. But it should be nice to get it confirmed, so I don't need to think what was it he was saying to me. I have only had one black angel coming to me, and he's not black like evil angel. It was a real angel with the white clothes, and he had white wings, and he sit down and he talk positive. He say something that was important for my life. And of course the devil in Richard, he took it. I have an angel. I have a spirit here. I don't know if it's an angel. There is spirits and there is angels, and there is other that is from heaven that is coming to us and want to talk. And I wait for it to talk to me. I remember when I was saying this, it was like a swirl. It was moving around me the whole time, and it was like a white wind that was weird around me, and I say that I don't know what it is, but time will tell what it is, and that's where have come to be this spirit that I hear from, and they talking to me. That was the same thing. Okay, but they are coming here and talking, but I don't see them. They don't have a body, and so that's what the swirl was going around my legs, and that was the first time it happened. Now time will tell, I say, in that time, and time have told us, because there is a spirit here that I don't see, but I hear them. And the mother of all beginnings, she is not a body, she is an energy that going around here. But she have not show up here for many days. I tell you if she is here. I tell you everything what's going on from the spirit side, and there is someone that is trying to come through, that I feel. It looked like a man, but I'm not sure because it's not really showing me a body yet. It's is this if it's a body? It's we call it camel color. It's a little darker beige, sandry. It's darker, like a camel have. And I don't know. It is like it carry on its head, but I don't see a head. But it's on that body. That is not a human body. It's a body, and on where a head should be, is it like a plate of same color? And I don't know what it means. It's coming more and more energy on me. He touched me more and more, so I will see what's going. It looked like it's going to be a monk with this light brownish sundry beige color, and he hold his arm like he's freezing on his hand, so he have his hands inside that monk dress he have on. So there is a look like an old monk. So I wonder what he want to tell us. He tell both you and me something that I don't know yet, because he hold his face down to the floor. That's why I could only see his skull from the beginning, so I didn't see a face. And I have to ask him what I you had come in through for something, and he tell me that monks, they don't talk. Some sorts of monks, they almost never talk. He's telling me this, that it's once a year they talking. Those other time they are in this pondering, like Jesus' mother did when these three wise men come and give gifts to her baby. And this monk is saying that's the same thing, that we go inside us. We are not going on what's on the outside, what's going on in the world. That's why we are not in the world. We are inside this I don't know what it's called, a monastery. It's called, I think, the monks' mansion there, and they have a big garden where they grow food, so they have something to eat. And I say that when he's talking about that, I say I don't like that you're growing wine and drinking wine and sit inside and doing this drinking and do these things in secret that we don't see from the outside. We don't see it. And he take his hands now and wash his face. When I say this about the wine that they are drinking very much inside that mansion, monk's place, and they do much in secrets. And I tell him that, you know, that I don't like these secret things. I don't like lies. I don't like that you think that God doesn't see you when you're doing bad things. That is secret for us on the outside. But God sees everything. God hears you. Not only what you are talking about. It doesn't matter that you don't talk. I didn't know that I should talk to the monk. I thought the monk should talk to me. But now I'm talking to him that God doesn't like, and it have this talking is about you that listen. But I say that to the monk, that God doesn't like you, that you think that only because you are not talking, but you're thinking what's in your mind. That's God knows what you are thinking, because I know it, because God told me that when I laugh, God say that my daughter should be allowed to have a child in her womb. I laugh because I was thinking that if it was God that was talking, he should know that my daughter can't have a baby. So I laugh inside me and was thinking this, that it can't be God. And then God said to me, because he read my mind, and he said to me that you laugh like Sarah was laughing, and Abraham was laughing when I told them. So he heard my laugh, he heard my thinking, and in that way that you can't, it doesn't matter that you are not saying any words out loudly. So this is for you that listen. It's not for the monk, but it belongs to what I'm saying to the monk, that it doesn't matter if you don't use your mouth, but what you're thinking, what's in your mindset, that God knows. So nothing can be hide to God. Adam and Eve tried to hide what they were doing, that they did sexual things with each other, and try to hide and put clothes on, and they hide in Eden. But God found them, and God knew what they had done. Without be there, he could hear their thoughts, what they thought when they find out that they were nude, or they were naked, and they get lust for each other. So that's what's talking what I'm talking to the monk, and I know I have forgotten, but I have not forgotten. But this spirit of the monk come and disturb me when I was talking about this with the medicine, the expensive medicine. I thank you for coming, but it was more like me was talking. But it was good. I like that conversation we had, the monk and I. But when I come back from United States and was very sick, and when I relax, because I was in my own country, I was still homeless, and poor and needy, but I was in my I was in my country, and that means very much to could have the same languages and could have the same sort of thinking, same culture, these sort of things. And then in Sweden that we are more safe when it comes to money, that we don't need to, we don't, in that time I come, it was like that in Sweden, but now it have changed. But in that time that I didn't need to go be out on the street, and I didn't need to try to find food, because I got some money from the social service that we have in Sweden, that we get some money, and but I didn't have a real place to call my home. But I was never out on the street. I have a place. They gave me a place, even if it was not a nice place. But I had a place. I had a bed on my own. And in that way I relaxed. So it was not about to survive anymore. I was okay in that way, that I don't need to hold this surviving. And so when I relax, then I start to be sick. That was holding back the sickness, the illness was holding back, because I stay focused on survival. And then I be very sick, and then I started to get psoriasis all over. I had when I started to walk in United States in year 2001, I started to get psoriasis in my skull. But when I come back to Sweden, I get the psoriasis all over my body and got very, very much pain. I was screaming in the night. I wake up screaming, and the doctor didn't know what it was. So she gave me a painkiller, and I get very, very powerful painkiller that they have that take use it as drugs, and it be a bad circulation, because the more painkiller I took, the more I needed, because it's my body be used of this painkiller. So in the end, they stopped to give me so much painkiller. And but then in that time, about 2000, maybe 2007, like that, 2009, like that, it started to be like we didn't need to go to a doctor to get expert to look at our bodies. We could go directly to an expert on parts of the body and ask them to look at it. So it was very hard to go to an ordinary doctor and say that you need to write a paper that they are going to look at it. But now I could check out my body, everything in my body, what was wrong, what caused me to get so much pain all over my body. And then I got more and more psoriasis, and I was selling kittens to people, and one day it was a woman that come, and she saw my body, and she asked me, "Do you have psoriasis?" Yes, I say, and it doesn't help the medicine I get from the doctor. It going worse and worse and worse, I say to her. And she said that I have biologic medicine for psoriasis, and I don't have any psoriasis anymore when I take that medicine. She say, you have to ask for biologic medicine of the doctor. So, but she was working and I didn't work. I was retired because of my illness, and but she was 20 years younger than me and working, so she got it. And I was to the doctor for the skin problem, and they didn't want to give me any biologic medicine because I was retired. I didn't do things in the society they were thinking. And in 9 years I tried to get biologic because I saw that nothing helped. I was in those machines that give shining on the body, and one nurse, I say that I'd be worse of this sun screening, and she say that can be if you have inflammation in your body. She say then it can be worse because it trigger the inflammation in you. She say so. I refuse. I say I don't want this sun screening anymore because I understood that this is going worse because of the inflammation in my body. So I try to get this medicine, and I get only to to bring lotion, to bring on my body, and the whole bed was full of grease from the lotion. And I remember the washing machine when I wash the blankets and the sheets, and it was like wash it in oil. And it was terrible time, and I go worse and worse, and it was up in my face. I'd be scared because my face start to get psoriasis in it, and people were scared about me when I was out. And then one day the doctor say I should stay at the hospital because they want to see that because they say I didn't took on me this lotion they have given me, the medical lotions. They say that I cheat on it, I didn't do it. So they wanted to have me in the hospital 1 week, and the nurses should put it on me twice a day, and it should go away, they say. And when I come into the hospital and waiting for a bed to be done, and so I could go in there, I sit and wait where there we sit and eat, and it come a young woman. She say she was 28 years old, and she come directly to me, and she say to me that I'm going to die, she say, because she had this psoriasis, that there is the worst psoriasis kill you because it eaten up the organs. They make these cells growing around the organs, and it stopped the organs in the body. And she have this kind of psoriasis. So she say, I'm going to die, she say to me, and I stand up and walk to her, and I said, That's the doctor have said that, but God have not said that to you. I react immediately, so I lay a hand on her, and people say that later on they thought that I was on my way to die because I was shaking. My whole body was going on in this when the Spirit was over me to make the healing, all the energy that I had in my body that was from when I was 2-3 years old and was killed of a truck, and then God come and healed me, and that healing is in my body. And so I did that, and a nurse come. She was in the room, and she come to me and said, "This is not allowed inside the hospital. You can go to prison for to do that." She said to me. She was very angry, and then she told the doctor what I have done. And before I should go to bed, that young woman come back. She have done some test on her body, and she was very happy, and she come and say that I'm not going to die. You healed me, she said that to me. She didn't believe in God, but she said that you healed me. This going down in my body, it's going up now and be healed. And then I was sleeping in my bed, and then the morning come, and the doctor come in the room and talked to me, and he took one of my toe, and he shake the toe, and he said to me that you are going to get the biologic medicine, he say to me. And he say that it's not your fault that you have diabetes. I am so very thankful that he say that to me. So that I'm thinking about the whole time when people say that you should not eat sugar, you should eat good food, you should eat healthy food like that. You should not eat so much candies. And I am not one that eat candies. I have never liked these things. I like more a sandwich than a cake. And so it's very disturbing. But now when he was saying that to me, that I didn't cause my diabetes. It was my pancreas that did the diabetes. And it's my pancreas that do this psoriasis. And he said that you are going to get biologic. And this is about more than $3,500 every time. And I have got it since 2015. So in that way I healed myself in that way. That when I did that on that young woman and healed her, I also technical healed myself because I was allowed to get biologic medicine. So the doctor understood that it was something special with me. So I was not, I didn't do anything in the society. He understood that I did things in the society. Even if I have no job, I do that as a healer for the world. And it was. I say that it was. Now I did a technical healing again in I think maybe 2 years ago now, and I was in the hospital because I had sepsis, the blood poison, and I should go into a doctor and talking about my blood poisoning and what they should do with me in the hospital, and it was a man and a woman sitting in the room in this office for the doctor, and I have no memories of what they say and what I say. The only thing I knew when I come into the office, I asked them, "Do you believe in God?" I don't know why did I say this. The first thing I say hello to them, and they present themselves, who they were, and then I ask them, "Do you believe in God?" And then I don't remember more than I wake up like myself in a bed, and I don't have no clue what was saying. I know they were saying that they thought I had cancer in my pancreas, and I say to them, "Do you believe in God?" So maybe I say something about healing, and then after that they want to see my pancreas. So I do this MRT scan every half year. If they are curious about what I was saying to them about God and the healing, I maybe say about healing, and they want to see if it's true. And so far have it not changed anything. My pancreas is the same. It was bad from the beginning, but it have not gone worse. And the cancer that they say I had, and I don't have it. I'm okay, but bad in my pancreas, but I'm okay. It's have not going worse since about 2 years ago, when they start to scan me. So I don't know if it was something I should tell you about more than this with the healing and do the technical, and the spirit is on me again, and I wait for it to. It's a woman now. It is very often that is, if it's a man, it will be a woman next time. And she tell me this, that to tell you that it's because there is no gender in the spirit. So that's what they want to tell us. That they can be either a man or either a woman. And so far, when she is not really in the body yet, she is a woman. And she's coming here. She coming in front of me. She is here in front of me, so I can touch her if she had a real body. And she laying her hands on my shoulders and on my head. And she said, just talking about healing. And she said that I'm here now to heal some that is listening now. She's saying it was the right time to do it now, she says. So I am coming here, and now she say that to see, she say, there is someone here that listen, that struggle with your eyes. It's going down your sight, and now I want to help you by stop it to progress. That it's going be like now it's saying this my name again. They say Eva. It should not be like, it should be like Eva's, because her pancreas doesn't progress down to be worse. It's standing still. The progress have been stopped. And sometimes we can't make a total healing on your eyes or on your the problem you have with your body, but we can stop the progress to not go forward down. And for many of you, is it enough to only stop the progress, that you don't need to change your glasses because your eyes is like it always have been, even if it have not been the best eyes, but it doesn't go worse. And she said that she has in the body also, when it's come to cancer also, that is stop the progress. So she's talking about the progress in your body, you that listen. The progress is stopped now, she say, and that is about all illness on you that is listening now. That's why she lay her hand on my head and on my shoulder to tell me the whole body, this progress is stopped. So she waving now, she leaving. That's what she was here to do. I trigger her a little because I was talking about healing, and she come through. She could come through because I helped her by trigger, by saying this about healing. So I thank you for listening, and God bless you, and everything is going to be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. Hold your peace, because stress make your body go weak. You don't need to suffering anymore of stress. We are here to help you. We are here to stop the progress in your life to go down. We are here. That's what the podcast is about. To stop this negative progress to continue in your life. Thank you.